May I now request Shri Sharannappa Hagedal to please come over to the dais and share his experiences for a few minutes.
TiE Hubli ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರೇ, ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳೇ ಮತ್ತು ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳೇ, ಸಂಕೇಶ್ವರ ಅವರೇ, TiE ವುಮೆನ್ ಅವರೇ, ಅಶೋಕ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟರ್ ಅವರೇ ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರವರೇ, ನನ್ನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ರಂಗದ ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೆಳೆಯರೇ, ಇಂದು ನನಗೆ TiE ಹುಬ್ಬಳ್ಳಿ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಈ ಪುರಸ್ಕಾರ ನೀಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಮೊದಲ ಪುರಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠವಾದ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಪಡೆಯಲು ನನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಗೆಳೆಯರು, ನನ್ನ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಸದಸ್ಯರು, ನನ್ನ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರು, ನನ್ನ ಸಹೋದರ ಮಿತ್ರರು, ನನ್ನ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರು, ಕಾರಣೀಭೂತರು ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಚಿರಋಣಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೇನೆ. Now, in this session of my story, I would like to, in this very short period, have a small glimpse of with what background I came from. I born and brought up in Hyderabad, Karnataka area, called a small village in Tanaknal and Mudhol. From first standard, fourth standard, I studied all 4 years, 4 times. Confused. My class was only one class, and all from first to 4 years. I mean, first time students used to sit one corner to one corner. Teacher has to change his position from this first standard like this, second standard like this, third standard like this, fourth standard like this. So first year I used to study first standard, then afterwards teacher would continue second standard, then teacher would start first standard. So till fourth standard continued like that. That was the situation of my school. And that time for me money required was only the sweet candies and current in that village. For that my father or this thing used to give only by whatever agriculture waste were remaining I had to get from that. Otherwise rest all weekends and school holidays will be at our dry lands. I have to assist my father or my parents. Okay. My finance requirement only the sweet candies, peppermint, limboli peppermint. For that I have to collect from whatever agriculture waste was left in the dry land. From that I sell and get it. That was my financial requirement that time. Then afterwards I moved on to high school, then 5th standard. That time my school annual fee was 4 rupees. My father refused me to pay 4 rupees. That time I was feeling pity and I was feeling angry about my father. But now I am really thankful to him. In spite of his financial situation that he cannot pay 4 rupees for annual fee, he allowed me to study further. If he had to discontinue my education and assist him, his financial strength would have improved. But he allowed me to study further. I studied all my education till 10th standard with the 4 rupees, 5 rupees through my uncles. Then later on with annual scholarship from the government, some 15 rupees, 20 rupees annual that we used to get from economically weaker section, those subsidy, we call it as scholarships. Then at the 10th standard, my high school teachers were the ones who changed our life. I remember one Mr. Kaji, who was newly appointed, just a fresh young man. He came into 10th standard as a class teacher. After about 6 months, 8 months, straight away next he used to come the previous day in the evening. Then he used to tell me, tomorrow you are going to teach this lesson to your school friends for yourself. That was the real encouragement I got for my leadership activities. Like in the previous day only the teacher used to tell this lesson, you have to go and teach to your classmates tomorrow. So next day morning, that lesson I used to teach myself to all my friends. Then that was the first leadership qualities I implemented in myself. Then after SLC, as I got admitted to PUC 1 in high school in Gadag, then as I was a pet teacher in high school, they themselves made many for admissions to NTTF. Then as they about to do admission for next year, they told why you are doing regular PUC 2, then you go to NTTF. I was wondering what is NTTF. Totally, I was coming from Kannada media and rural area. I was not knowing what is NTTF. But since every teacher, every told you go to NTTF, it's the better one. somehow, as I was in Gadag, all the food used to get from home by bus in a Butti, by cotton waste packed, and I used to get from Butti and used to live life in Gadag itself. But my classmates used to come to Hubli all the way from Gadag for every weekend to see movies and go back to Gadag. Always it was in my biting. Just once I have to go to Hubli. When my teacher told that you have an interview in Dharwad, you have to go to Dharwad for an interview. So with father had sent me 10 rupees for a bus fare. So immediately in the evening I came to Hubli. First thing I did was went to Sudarshan Theatre and saw the movie Nasib. Amitabh Bachchan's movie was running Nasib. Then the late evening I rushed to Dharwad NTTF. Then I met one friend in my hostel there. It was a late evening. Then he told me to sleep in hostel. Early morning I interviewed. My intention was to study for NTTF. This thing there, whatever interview they made, I asked the simple questions what I was knowing. Then moved away. Then when I was selected as 30th man, that the total batch was selected was 30 members. I was 30th man. For that man, main reason for selection for my NTTF was one professor was there from Jammu Kashmir in NTTF. While completion of interview, he asked me what are your qualities. Like how I started now in Kannada only, I told him everything in Kannada. One Mr. Professor Yashwantra was there, he adjusted to me. He translated that I am so and so and so and this thing. Then though somebody was selected for 30th man, I was brought in there. But after 4 years of completion, I was the third rank for the whole NTTF group. Third rank for the whole NTTF group. My master subjects were estimation, casting, and designs. With that background, I immediately after my completion certificate, next day after my collecting certificate, I joined NTTF itself for a job. Then later on, with the interest of this thing, with the R&D engineers and the different posts, I worked in different posts in Gujarat and Hubli and different places. Then after 4 years, as I was the completion of training itself, I was thinking I had to do my own because money was my criteria, small amounts was the criteria of this thing. So one thing I just forgot to highlight this thing. During my high school period, every year there was the jatra in our village, Namur Jatra. So in every jatra, I used to sell dry and some dates, that uttati, that I used to sell. I used to collect from the stores on borrowing basis and sell to the same. Then what is the difference margin? That was my annual savings for me. Then fruits I used to sell. So similarly, that for me in my built-in house, I had to earn extra something. I had to earn extra was my built-in always urge for that. Then after 4 years, I came to Hubli. Hubli somehow I liked more because my nearest home to my home city was Hubli itself. So I selected my Hubli as working area. Then I immediately started with my industry in Hubli under my Ankush engineers. Within half a year, I had to close it out because 2 of my customers didn't pay and they closed their industry. Okay. Then again I was back to job in small scale with my friend's factory in Sterling Goods with the feeling that I had to go abroad because in my 30 students batch, more than 20 are in Australia or Melbourne. So I started applying for Australia for migration. Today I am thankful to Australian Embassy because they rejected my application on the grounds that I am not good, that I might face difficulties. Because the interview schedule was in the afternoon 1 o'clock. Like now it happened immediately. I was half an hour early to the session there. They went for lunch. I was made to sit about half an hour in the AC room with some small smelling fluorescent in the smell. I was feeling very poor. Suddenly I got infection in this thing. Myself and my wife couldn't speak there. So they judged me that I might face difficulties and they rejected my application. Today, I am really thankful that it has happened. After starting and restarting my industry, every year almost 2 or 3 persons are going to Australia based on my company's experience. Every year 2 or 3 persons are going to Australia. Maybe Australian government doesn't have that record, but still this is my fact. My company name is Sharannappa. Yeah. So with this short, I directly come to my current industry. In 95 started under the name of Sharannappa TiE with, as again I said, with investment of minus 10,000 rupees. Because once I was working, Australian application was rejected, and in the due course I got married. My family requirements were increasing, but whereas the salary was less. So when the 10,000 rupees was minus was my borrowings were past 5 digits, I had to make some breakthrough in that. Then I talked to one of the small industries and asked him to let me out his bathroom area, toilet area. So he let me that area for rental basis. I made only an oral agreement that every month I'll pay like this, no deposit like that. So I collected orders from different companies, get it executed different companies, then sell to customers. My only contact base was the bathroom area of that industry. Then later on, after 1 year, KSFC came to my help with my improvements. KSFC gave me first 2 lakh loan. Then I went to another bigger area and rented places. Then rest on, after 3 years, I got my own land, building. Then later on went on, and now I have a strongest base in Hubli, Dharwad in my trade. Mine is in North Karnataka. After next to Bangalore, mine is the fastest growing tool room in Hubli, Dharwad. Last 3 years, my growth is stuck up, was stuck up because of the airport issue. My industry is adjacent to airport. My industry is taken over by airport acquisition. They have not yet given me alternative land. So after waiting 2 years and this thing, now we have taken alternative land in Tariad. Very soon we will shift to the Tariad with I have added some more latest machineries. All my customers are very happy and very beautiful machine shop I have now. Then coming to the new announcements I would like to make is, in these 2 years of difficulties, and with association of so many these things, I have made a new development of, we call it as, though it is the simplest perpetual machine, though it is against the physics and this thing, I have developed hydraulically boosted a perpetual machine, which can be used for power generation. Very soon, within 1 year, we are going to start first. Yeah, good example. First megawatt, first Indian, maybe in the world, I don't know still whether anywhere existing in the world, a megawatt project which can be produced out of perpetual mechanism with hydraulic management, hydropneumatic management. Within 1 year, I am going to start that one. Okay. With these few words, I am thanking all the TiE and TiE